Hey everybody, welcome to our Wednesday night Zoom call. We have some amazing people tonight joining us. Eric and Amy Paul, they are a double diamond household, or I guess a house on wheels, but I'll let them share that with you. I'm super excited to have them to join us and just kind of pour into you guys, inspire you, give you a male and female perspective on this Plexus business that you have jumped into. And what better time to end the new year than with you guys. I love y'all dearly, and you know that. I'm super excited to hear from you. I'll let you guys just kind of take it away.
Okay, can you hear us? Yay!
What's going on?
Eric moved the router, is that what it's called, to hook up to this Galaxy tablet. We're in a bus.
Move the router.
I don't know.
It's a booster.
Oh, a
4G
Wi-Fi booster. Yeah, we can't get signal anywhere because we're in a bus, okay?
Do now, though.
So we had to get a signal for Emily Roberts. Okay, so we love...
Scott, what's up, Big Daddy? Woo!
And our 7 kids are right there behind that little paper thin door, and he's screaming. So let's hope that none of our kids come out. But we love you guys. We love Emily and Scott. We just love them. And when they asked us to be on the call, we were like, oh my goodness, we felt so blessed because Emily's somebody I've always looked up to. We use her magic text. If y'all obviously have access to that, you have access to an amazing leader in Plexus. So anything Eric and I say is not going to be new. It's not going to be groundbreaking or shattering. It's just going to be me saying it and Eric saying it maybe a little differently. And because I'm not your leader, it's going to come out, it's just going to come out in a different way. But I will tell you that everyone in Plexus pretty much does the same thing. So people will say, well, y'all are on the leaders board, or what is Eric and Amy doing? How are they growing? Last month we grew by 800 points. Our team is really in momentum right now, but it's not because we have some amazing magic anything. It's just because we're doing the work, and somehow the back office issues aren't hitting us right now. Don't know how. Maybe Eric pays somebody under the table. I don't know. But I will let y'all know that there is no magic to being successful with Plexus. There's just a few key steps that you have to do that Emily's done, that Scott's done, that Eric and I have both done, and that's how we've made it to the top. We're not more special than you, so don't think that. I will tell you a difference that I feel between us and a lot of people is we do not allow excuses. Okay, I don't say to people, oh, I'm a homeschool mom of 7. If I can do it, you should be able to too, because Emily is a mom of 2, is busy. She's just as busy as I am. So when I had 1 kid, I tell people, I say, when we had 1, I thought I was losing my mind. It was crazy having 1 kid. So, everybody's level of stress, level of what they can handle is just that. It's relative to everyone. So 7 kids might not be as stressful to me as it is to one of you. So don't make excuses. If I can start the call that way, don't make excuses. There are no excuses in this business. It's your priorities. It's what you want. I haven't ever watched an episode of This Is Us or Walking Dead or all those other shows. Like, I don't watch TV very, very rarely.
Are you sure This Is Us is a TV show?
Yes, it's a TV show. But we don't have time. And so for me, our priority was Plexus. So November was our 2-year mark with Plexus. So November, we've been with the company 2 years, but I will tell you 7 months prior to that 2-year mark, I was a wholesale ambassador. So I took the product 7 months before I decided to share. 7 months. Because guys, if you have an ambassador on your team right now, wholesale ambassador, and you think, man, she's just not going. I see so much potential in her, but she's just not going. Don't give up on her. Don't give up. Don't be like a pest. Keep reaching out. Keep being, there for them. But don't be just realize that you are doing nothing wrong. So Cassandra, I can see you on the screen. You are doing nothing wrong, okay? Some people just don't want to work. Okay, 20% of people work. That's it. So let that weight roll off your back.
That's on a good day.
Yeah.
20% is a high number.
So let the weight roll off your back, that it has to be up to them if they want to work. You have an amazing team page with so much information in it, it would make their head spin. There's amazing YouTube channels. There's amazing information and tools out there that they could be busy all day, but do they choose to be? Or do they choose to complain and not move forward in their business because they're too busy saying, man, if I just had a training like Eric and Amy, if I just had this, or if I just had this, guys, nothing's going to work. You know what works? What works is daily activity, income producing activity. How many people have y'all reached out to today on your Franks list? I had my Franks list handy earlier because I wanted to show y'all that I actually have a running Franks list. And I basically go down the Franks list, and Eric goes down his Franks list, and we contact people.
And we add to it all the time.
We add to it. And so we have this long contact list. It could be girl from Whole Foods meat counter, Heavenly Homesteads restaurant lady, the waitress. Remember her?
Yeah, Dave, the Prevo service manager, earlier this morning.
Yeah, that was today. So every single day we try and get somebody new in our Facebook feed. Guys, they might not order Plexus right away. We don't have success all the time with signing people up like this, but because we're very confident and passionate, do you see how like how I'm talking to you? It's very bold, it's quick, it's purposeful. That's how you need to be in your business. So I knew I had 30 minutes or 25 minutes to talk to Emily's team. So what am I going to say to you? I love Plexus so much that I could talk it all night. I don't even know what tangents and rabbit trails I go down, so I hope y'all keep up. But I will tell you that I don't like excuses. I think that you should always make Plexus a priority. You should put your blinders on. My first meeting, I was a Sapphire ambassador. I couldn't look to other people. I couldn't look at Emily and say, oh, look how quick Emily's going. You know, well, I just stink. I'm going to quit and go sell leggings. You know, I could not, I couldn't do that because I was on this small island of Kauai. Very small island. I was the first ambassador there. So you can look at it as a good and bad. So everyone in Hawaii is pretty much under us. So it's amazing. We go back to the island. It's like, whoa, like this is pretty cool. But it was also hard. It was me getting the word out there. If you're in Texas, yeah, it's great because maybe when we went there, it was like picking fruit off the vine. They've all heard of it 8 to 10 times. So you pretty much just have to be the person that hits them with Plexus. So there's good and bad. But I'll tell you, I worked every single fair booth, craft fair. Eric and I were just in California at an RV resort, and Eric was like, we saw people that had 31 bags sticker on the back of their car, and they were unloading their car at the RV park we were staying in. Eric and I were like, oh, are they having a network marketing get together? Let's go get a table. And we were just staying there at the RV park. And so we like went in there and we were like networking with all those people in there because we don't look at that as we're above that. Do y'all think like that? Like, well, I don't really get contacts when I go do events, or I don't really get them. Guys, every contact is worth it. I say successful people are busy people. Are you busy? Be busy. Be so busy that you don't have time to have negative thoughts. You don't have time to worry about those haters not supporting you. You understand?
Yeah, and you might be on a roll, so sorry if I'm interrupting your
go
momentum
ahead.
here. But anyways,
I'm always like that.
just brought to mind a thought, like what like leaders on here, okay? If you have a team, think of the one thing that you hear all the time from people who seem to be struggling, right? That feel that they can't make rank. They say, well, I've run out of people to talk to, right? Who else do I talk to? Like, how do I find new people? Well, there's some great ideas. You know how we found new people? We went and met people we didn't know. We got a booth at the fair, and there were thousands of people walking by this table like all day long. I mean, you could take your pick of people that you wanted to talk to. Be like, oh, not talking to them. Yep, that would be a waste of time. She looks awesome. So do they. I mean, go meet people. Find things to do. Like I took off. I took like a 2 or 3 hour lunch one day when I was a car salesman on Kauai. I just left, and I hoped I didn't get fired because there was a women's show down the road, and Amy couldn't make it. Okay, it was like. That's what it was called, the women's show, right? I was the only dude, the only chump there with a booth.
A pink booth.
A pink booth with a bunch of pink stuff and aloe vera plants and a bunch of Plexus and I didn't know much about it. I think I was like just shy of gold at that point. But you know what? I went there and I talked to tons and tons of people. I handed out Plexus and Fab 4 cards and we met a lot of people, right? I mean, a couple of those people that have joined our team just in the recent months, actually. So. The thing is if you think that you've run out of people to talk to, go find more people to talk to. Okay, look in the newspaper, Google it. There's a website called Meetup.com. So host a meetup. in your area, like Diabetics 101, how to have friends in network marketing. I mean, just
get healthy in 2017.
Whatever it is, but all these people will sign up for your meetup. You can have it at a coffee shop or a park or a public place that's safe. I don't know, but find a way to go meet people, and it's great.
And become a military recruiter. That's what I just say. I use that analogy a lot. When Eric and I were joining the military, when Scott, military recruiters ask you, would you like to join the military? You say no. They don't take it personal. They go find somebody else.
Great. What's your email address? I'll email you next month.
So they just go look for the next person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we take it so personal that we're like, oh, they don't want what we want, and we never contact them again. So you have to keep following up. Our rock stars, Brooke Hemingway, Rebecca Kirkpatrick, who else? Keely Noy Ventura. I just got them. Brooke's a diamond. Rebecca just went emerald, and my girl Keely Noy, 2 years. She was my number one on my chicken list. She just started working last month. I'm so excited. But anyways, all those girls were all on my chicken list, and they all told me no at least 8 to 10 times, at least. I didn't say, oh, look, they hurt my feelings. They see, or even the prideful approach where they see me being successful. Why don't they want what I have? I'm just going to wait for them to contact me. I kept saying, girls, why are you not joining my team? Why would you not do this? Do you know how amazing this company is? We can do this together. I mean, I just kept appealing to them over and over and over, 8 to 10 times. Just don't give up on people. Don't give up on yourself. Okay, let's just be real. You're giving up on yourself. You're really feeling like, I tell people all the time, like, the fear is what's holding you back. You look at someone like Emily, who's like confident, like she walks in a room and owns it, right? But you might not be that person, okay? That's just not how God made you, but you can fake it a little bit. You can also, embrace how God made you, and your friends and family love that anyways, but you have to talk about it. You can't just wait for people to come to you. You can't post on Facebook twice a day and think you're going to go somewhere. I tell people I'm a diamond. I could post, I'm giving away a free bag of Slim tomorrow to any non-Plexus person that messages me. I would have crickets.
You'd have that bag at the end of the day.
Yeah,
sure.
I'd have that bag at the end of the day. So don't take it personal, okay? Realize that you are a very successful person. If you're not yet, like in Plexus, but, just fake it. Walk in a room with your shoulders back and be like, I have something every one of these people need, because I guarantee you do. You have a health product that is number one, that helps so many people. You've heard the stories, you've heard the testimonies, and you have a compensation plan that blows everyone else out of the water.
Yeah, and listen, we're not lying to you guys, okay? Plexus is awesome. They have awesome products. And I think people just need to wrap their heads around that. You need to do the little things. Like, we've heard of what they call elevator speeches, right? Like your 15 to 20 second elevator speech. Just write it down on a piece of paper. Think to yourself, why is Plexus awesome? Write down 2 lines on a piece of paper, and then say that to people when they say, what is Plexus? And then that way you'll come off confident. You'll sound like you know what you're talking about, even though you might not feel like you do. But, I mean, we talk about Plexus everywhere we go, and it seems that everybody that we talk to genuinely has an issue. Like this guy, Dave, that we met at the Prevo dealer that worked on my coach this morning. He said, what is Plexus? I gave him my elevator speech. And he said, wow, my wife really needs that. I said, well, the weight loss part or gut health, or, we won't talk about anything in front of her, but it turned out to be weight loss, but good looking out, Dave. But, we were looking at a house the other day, and you were talking to the lady that owned the house, and she's been seeing a specialist for like 6 or 8 months for gut issues. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But her and her husband said, make sure you email us, tell us exactly how to order and what to order. People need Plexus, but just like wrap your head around that, have that confidence, and just portray that when you're talking to people. And
if you don't have the confidence when you're talking to people, they will not order from you. And so my elevator speech sounds like this. So I tell people, they say, what is Plexus? I say, oh my goodness, how have you not heard of Plexus? It's amazing. I am like a new mom and new wife. Are you on Facebook? Here, put your name in my phone, because I'm going to shoot you over a ton of information.
I'm like, did you
That's
know
all I
we've
say.
been to the moon? Like, you don't know what Plexus is? Like, where have you been?
No, but I really do say that. Like, I really do say, how have you not heard of Plexus? Oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's made me a new wife and a new mom. Are you on Facebook? Here, put your name in my phone. I'll shoot you some information. Another thing, guys, if you're scared to talk about Plexus because you don't know all the ingredients and you're afraid somebody's going to say, oh, I heard it had this in it or it has that, this is what you say. You say, that is a great question. What's your email or what's your Facebook? I have so much information. I'll shoot it over to you right now. Like when I get home, I'll shoot it over to you. Don't stand there and debate. Don't stand there and act like you know more than they do, because they're probably just trying to prove you wrong. Okay, so say that. I used to say that all the time. I have tons of information on that. What's your email? I'll send it to you. So I didn't get all flustered. Do you understand? And that makes your confidence go down. Don't worry about knowing everything. Get Zoom calls going. As soon as you sign a new ambassador up, you have to get them posting on Facebook. I know Emily teaches you this. You tell them, okay, I need you to post on Facebook. And if they say to you, I'm not posting on Facebook, not ready to do that. I want a testimony first. You tell them your testimony could be 3 months from now. You know, you get blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. You get that this is a mild detox, and it could take longer. But your grandma could be off her diabetes meds. Your best friend could be off all of her anxiety meds. So this is what I want you to post on Facebook. I'm so excited to start these natural supplements my friend Emily told me about. She had better X, Y, and Z. Who wants to try this with me? And they will do that. They can even be more raw. They can be more real. Oh my goodness, am I even posting this on social media? I cannot believe I'm about to post this. But my friend Emily had such great results on these products. And guys, like, I just need some help. Like, I'm a cranky mom. I'm a cranky wife. So I'm trying these supplements. Which one of y'all want to try this with me? So do you see how the more real and raw you can tell your person to be, they will do it for you. But guys, make it easy for them, okay? This is on-the-job training. You are essentially trying to duplicate yourself into them. So don't sign them up, throw them in the team page and think they're going to go. They're not. They don't know what to do. They're fearful. They're scared, and they have no idea. It's a brand new job. You have to hold their hand for the first month or two. Okay, tell them what to post on Facebook. As soon as someone comments, they're going to get nervous and they're not going to know what to say. So you're going to tell them, hey, Andrea, I just saw that Nancy commented, so start a three-way message with us right now. And this is what I want you to write. Hey, Nancy, I don't know much about Plexus, but my friend Amy knows a ton, and her story's fabulous. So I started this three-way conversation with her in it. Amy, tell her your story. Does that make sense? So then I take over the conversation, and if she asks some crazy questions like, well, what does Plexus do? I can answer, and you can see how I'm responding, so you're learning. It's called on-the-job training. Don't throw your new ambassadors into Plexus, put them in a team page, and think that's all you have to do, and they're just going to work. They're not. Okay, so if you want them to be successful, get them silver in the first week. Get them on a Zoom call. Say, hey, you just signed up. I want you to find 3 friends to get on a Zoom call with me. And if they say, I don't even know what a Zoom call is, that's okay. I'm going to send you the link. Find 3 friends to support you Thursday at 6. Does that work? And if they say, I don't know, I have soccer that day. Okay, Friday at 8. Do you see how I'm not wavering? I'm sticking firm. Like, okay, what day works? Get them on a call. Because as soon as they do that, and I'm doing the whole thing for them, they're going to get excited because they're going to see that their friends and family really do need this, and their products are going to be paid for, and you have, less attrition happening. Okay. So that's the key to this business, is getting people committed to 3 to 6 months. Tell them from the get-go, if you're not willing to try these products 3 to 6 months, maybe these aren't the products for you, and move on. Don't be afraid to lose a sale because you want to make it quick. Okay, because in 2 weeks, that person's going to be calling you saying, I haven't lost 20 pounds yet. I'm having candida die off. Do you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to mess with that. You want to let them know up front, you could possibly have candida die off. You could, but it's okay. Your body's detoxing. You want to give this 3 to 6 months because these are natural products. It's not a magic pill. If you want to lose weight, join the gym, cut calories. That's how you lose weight. But if you want to do this in a way that's okay with your lifestyle, then do Plexus. Okay. You have some stuff, or am I just?
No, you're doing great. I mean, I'm kind of in a trance over here. I'm just like, man, every time I hear it, it's just fresh and amazing.
Like the last hour.
Woo, Amy Paul. I'm just kidding, but she is awesome. Oh, I love my wife, and you know what? No, she's awesome. And a lot of you women on this call are thinking, man, how do I get my husbands to support me? Right? Is that the big thing? That's why a lot of husbands are on these calls. Me and Scott are here. Like, look how supportive Scott is. Scott is on every single call almost that I see Emily do. I mean,
which is the first? This is the first one.
No, I've seen other ones.
You've seen the videos. I've
seen videos.
Yeah,
but he's always there. Look at that guy, man. He is supportive. I know Scott, but what I always like to tell people is that it's not that I didn't always support Amy. I mean, Amy says this too, but once she started being committed, once she started showing commitment, to Plexus, to this thing, and I started seeing that she was having positive health influences, and that, you know, she was in it for the long haul. I was like, all right, well, this isn't just another thing that's going to cost me money, right? This isn't just another thing that's going to be like the, you know, I mean, she didn't really do any other businesses, but you see her friends selling candles and selling jewelry and makeup and all this jazz, and, you know, filling up their closets with it. And that's really what husbands expect. So, you know, just be committed, you know, invest in personal growth, read some books that'll help you. You know, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a big one that stuck with me. I read it like 4 times, and I learn more every time, because honestly, I'm not naturally good with people, right? I get annoyed with people very easily. I'm not very empathetic, and
he has a horrible face. Like, his face, look at his expressions. He's so I'm like, check your face.
Yeah,
like, what's going on
whenever
here?
I go anywhere with Amy and we're around people that aren't like super easy to get along with, you know, maybe a little trying, we all know those people, I just smile. I let Amy do most of the talking. But I'll tell you, like, when you invest in yourself and personal growth, like I needed to grow personally, right? I needed to learn how to be friends with people and identify with people and empathize with people, and in doing so, grow my Plexus business, right? Help people get healthy, even though, like, we wouldn't have been BFFs growing up, because it's just not there, right? But invest in yourself, grow personally. If you want your husband to support you, support him. You know, I mean, don't blow him off for Plexus. You know, you hear the executives say that a lot. You know, don't do Plexus 24/7. You have to get some rest. You have to invest in yourself. You have to keep your relationship strong. You know, keep your relationship with your husband strong. You know, if it's not strong now, strengthen it while you're strengthening yourself with Plexus. But you know, if there's men that are going to be listening to this call, I would say, fellas, it is totally worth supporting your wife. You know, Plexus is an incredible company with incredible products. Yeah, we know that. You know, the income opportunity is stellar. I mean, we hear that every time we do a call, you know, but what you'll really get out of it is you'll get great friends, right? You'll meet awesome people like Scott, you know, and Jarrett and all these other guys, Big Rob Heffley. I mean, we've been touring the country in our bus for the past like 8 months, and, you know, actually meeting a ton of people, meeting people at events. I mean, I went 4-wheeling in the Ozarks with Rob Heffley, right? Your friend from NASA took us on a tour at the Houston Space Center, and we went into the actual control room where they talked to the astronauts. I mean,
our lives basically have completely changed.
Because
like
the relationships.
The relationships are, the money is awesome. It really is, guys. Like, and I tell people to think of it this way. Okay, so if you want to make the kind of money that we're making, you have to put the time and effort into it and see it as a real job. Like, you're clocking in and you're clocking out. Don't think of it as a lottery ticket. Don't think of it as, oh, I fit it in the nooks and crannies of my life. I've said that before, and I'm thinking, man, the nooks and crannies, no, I probably put a good 6 to 8 hours in a day. Nooks and crannies to me thinks of like 10 and 15-minute increments. No, it's like hardcore working. I was a stay-at-home mom before, so adding anything extra onto my plate was hard. But I tell people all the time, it was so worth it. It's so worth it to see your friends. That's the key. You see your friends be able to quit their job and see their baby's first steps, your whole mindset will change. You see military people like Scott be able to retire. He probably wasn't going to be able to retire. He would have got a government job or something else because he was military. But now look at what Emily did. She brought him home. Emily and Scott did. So you can do that, but can you think outside of the box for 1 minute? Just think outside the box. I'm going to commit to Plexus for 4 years. That's it. I'm drawing my line in the sand. This is 4 years. If it takes me 4 years to get to Emerald, it's worth it. You cannot make Emerald pay as a teacher, as a police officer, a fireman, a military person, anything. You can't make $10,000 a month, get a Lexus and a free vacation. So people work 20, 25 years to retire and pull pennies. Okay, so don't live that lifestyle. Like, live the lifestyle you always wanted. If you want to teach, that's great. Do that on your personal time, or do that, continue, but use this gift. I really truly believe Plexus is a gift. It's a gift. And if you're on this call, you know about this special gift. But what are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep it all to yourself, or are you going to be able to give it away and think of it as a gift? I am helping my friends and family reach their goals, reach their potential, so they don't have to stress out at Christmas every year or Thanksgiving. We couldn't go home. Guys, we're home for the holidays. 9 of us. We had to buy 9 plane tickets before, and now we don't have to. Now we can, like, we don't have to worry about it and stress. So I want that for you guys. And so that is my heart. That's why I do Zoom calls. That's why I talk to people, because Eric and I never thought this was possible. 2 years in Plexus, and we're both diamonds in 2 years. That's not everybody's journey. It's an amazing journey. God has blessed us. But that can be your journey too. You just have to embrace it. Put your fears aside and don't be scared, because you know what? We've got your back. Emily and Scott got your back. Every person on this call here, you should all be friends on Facebook. You should all be encouraging each other. So when you have those down days of the MLM roller coaster, you're not looking, oh, I didn't get my product in time. Back office did this, blah, 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 on and on and on. You can encourage yourself and each other that we're going through this together, but that we are all going to be at the top, walking across that diamond stage, high-fiving and doing all of that, because guys, you can be there. Eric was a senior gold in January. A senior gold ambassador in January. We looked up his pay chart. A senior gold ambassador makes about $2,000, $2,500 a month. He went from senior gold to diamond. This is what his pay chart looks like in about 7 months.
And you know what? We were driving. We just went and picked up the diamond Lexus, right? We've been home for a little while, so we're like, let's go get it. But we were driving a diamond Lexus. Like we've never owned a new car. And we've never had a new car.
And why would you with kids? Like, seriously, why did Plexus give us a new car? I have no clue.
But you know what? We're driving this Lexus LX 570. Ridiculous, right?
Eric used to sell those.
Yeah. Like
Eric sold those.
I used to sell them to Russian mobsters in Alaska. Like they'd pay cash and put them in a container and then they were gone. But like we're driving one of those, okay? And this time last year, what were we driving? You remember what you were driving?
A $4,000 beach 15-passenger van that was
Ford Econoline E350, baby, with some rust, and the AC wasn't that great. Okay, yeah. So guys, Plexus is a phenomenal opportunity. You can all do it. Like, take the practical steps. Reach out to your upline. Do what Amy says. Okay. It's
what Emily says too.
And Emily says.
All the leaders, guys. Like, and this is one thing.
We all want this for you.
I want to just leave. I mean, Emily, ask us questions, but like, if you could just think, okay, Emily posts every day in her team page. Are you participating? Because she does not do that for her benefit. She does that for your benefit. So you have to take advantage of that, because that encourages her. Because as a leader, you need encouragement too. It really, really stinks when you feel like you're working really hard and no one's taking advantage of that. So make sure when she posts on her team page that you're playing ball with her, that you're saying, man, Emily, that's great. And you're going back and forth, because it takes a lot of work to do that, to run a team page and to think about and how much she cares for each of you. That's really amazing. And so encourage your upline too, because that's what I always tell people. I'm like, I'm not posting in my team page for my own benefit. I'm doing it for you. And when you don't like say something back, it's like, is this even like, am I even doing this, to help? But like those videos, if you were to watch, there's 12 Days of Christmas going on right now. I think Emily's doing that. It's a short video, but those videos help you. When I was a gold ambassador, I knew Emily Roberts' name. I knew Tamara Holloway, Wendy Larson, Sarah Marble, Sonia Dudley. I knew all of these people's names. And so at convention, people always make fun of people because they're like, oh, it's like people run up to you like me and take pictures, or Emily. I'm all about that. I love that, because that shows me that you're taking pride and energy and effort in your business, and you know who I am because you want to go to the top. So you follow people at the top. That's what you should be doing, guys. You should be looking at people that have gone before you that are successful and trying to do what they do and finding hope in them. If Amy can do it, a homeschool mom of 7, so can I. If Emily can do it, a military wife, so can I. If Jennifer Leith can do it, who is living off of welfare and in bankruptcy, homeschooling her kids, then I can do it. If Christy White can do it with 18 cents left to her name in the bank account, I can do it too. There are no excuses. Put them aside and just do this. Make Plexus a priority for 4 years. Give it all you can. Clock in, clock out, and be where we are. Be where we are, because we are not more special than you. We just did the work, and so can you. So guys, I don't know, Emily, you have any questions?
I love you guys. I'm getting tons of feedback. I have a leaders chat, and they're just nuts. They absolutely love this feedback because it's things that, like you said, my team has heard this, you know, a million times before. No one is going to reinvent the wheel. It's just not going to happen. You have people that are professional network marketers, Plexus Diamonds, people from all different companies that put their stuff out there for us to use. We just have to use it. You know, activity, it helps in everything. If you feel stuck, do more, right? Put yourself out there. The advice that you guys have presented is just, it's on point. And maybe you said it a little bit more tougher than I have been lately. And I think it was necessary and needed. And this is Scott's second Zoom call, Eric, just so you know.
Don't believe her.
My team can back me up on that. He's usually doing baby duty. But no, I think it was completely necessary. So I have a couple of questions that I want you guys to answer for everyone that's on. We have brand new all the way up to senior rubies on this call. I don't have any jewels, but they're close. We have 2 senior rubies. Eric, this question's for you. At what point did you join Amy's team in business?
Well, I would say
it's like 2 different things because you may have joined, but you didn't start working it right away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually got on board, I think, when she started making some decent money, right? When she hit senior gold, I think somewhere around there, I think I was a gold. I looked at the pay chart.
He was not a gold.
I was not a gold yet. Anyways, so that's when I started working.
Okay,
it obviously wasn't that important to me. But okay, here's the deal. I sold cars for a living, so I had people sitting at my desk that I had to entertain for like an hour before finance, and probably 95% of them like really needed Plexus, right? So the people that were personable and decently engaging and had like a little glimmer of hope in their eye, I would kind of tee those people up for Amy. I would try to like pass her, folks to contact about Plexus. Like at that point, I really didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, oh, it's Plexus. It's a health drink. My wife will tell you all about it. What's your name? I'll have her Facebook friend you. But when I really started working the business, I think was like right before I hit Emerald. I saw that Amy was already Emerald. She was pushing towards Sapphire. I'd sat down one night and I wrote out all the different incomes for each rank. I put them on little Post-it notes and put them all over these whiteboards. So there's another little practical secret, Amy Paul secret for you, right? We had all these whiteboards in our living room.
One whiteboard.
We had 2 or 3, right? We had whiteboards, more than one somewhere. But so that was back when we could still keep track of our team, when we had, people we knew, everybody that was in our back office. So we write down names and ranks and who was pushing for rank, and like we would keep track of people, at least on a weekly basis. I mean, maybe you're doing it every day, but Amy was going through her back office. She knew everybody in her back office. She knew what she had to do to get to senior gold, to get to ruby, to get to senior ruby, and senior ruby to emerald. I mean, that was a stretch, right? I mean, that was what, 6 months that it took you to get to emerald from senior ruby?
Yeah,
5 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember during that 5 months, right, that list on that whiteboard was growing and growing and growing. But we had these Post-it notes, and I thought, man, if we were both emeralds, like look at what emeralds make. I mean, talk about life-changing income, life-changing opportunity. Like, man, we're set if we hit emerald. So we were pushing for that. And
so he basically, like, he's not so Eric.
Am I just dancing around this question?
Yes, you're dancing around. So Eric basically, like, I was like, what is this 5-minute lengthy thing? I don't
Come
get
on,
it. Okay.
there were some nuggets in there.
So he basically, like, I got to emerald and Eric was right underneath me. So I started working Eric's leg once I had 2 or 3 strong legs going. I don't recommend ever. I mean, now that I have this YouTube, I don't ever recommend signing your spouse. Emily can probably, I don't know if she believes the same, until your upline tells you pretty much. I know it's okay when you hit gold, but you shouldn't be working your husband if you're a gold, because it's just setting you up for failure. Your levels go way lower. So work yourself. So make sure you're really strong. So Eric just happened to get 3 rock stars as my team was growing. So those 3 rock stars took us pretty much up the same time. So that's how we both made diamond. But I will tell y'all that he did not start working the business until he was an emerald, where he actually was like, okay, I'm doing this. Eric, from the beginning though, has always told people about Plexus. He was a car salesman, guys. Like, they talk. and they talk to everyone. And so he was always like, hey, my wife does Plexus. What's your number? I'm going to have her call you. Hey, my wife does Plexus. That's what he would do. And so he got me all the contacts, but he didn't know how to follow up with them because car salesmen have to make the deal quick. And so they'd be running for the door, like if he did that with Plexus,
I probably would have made twice as much money selling cars if I would have followed up with half my customers.
Yeah.
Right? I just didn't. I mean, if you don't buy that day, hope you call me back.
Yeah, follow-up's not a strong suit.
That's her forte. So find your strong suit and do it. But, you know, along the way, support your wife, talk to people, wear a Plexus t-shirt, watch the kids. Mm-hmm. And then when you finally wrap your head around it and you're confident, work that business, man. It's totally awesome.
Is there anything in particular you guys do on your team page to engage more activity?
So we do tons of ambassador shout outs. So, you know, and when somebody makes their first post alert, everybody go do that. I don't do a ton of contests because contests drive me nuts because I feel like the people that work. And so I really do believe that every time I run a contest, like the same 20% that work are the ones doing the contest. So I would rather just give my people my workers, I would rather just bless them and give them things from time to time because they're awesome instead of just doing a random contest all the time. So we don't do a lot of that. This might not even be what Emily does, guys. I believe in very personal, the more personal, the better with everything. So like for me, when I do Zoom calls, only 3 to 5 people, no more than that. Because I don't know how many people are on this call, but I can't get to know you. I can't get to know your hopes, your dreams, your health concerns. You know, Shelma, I don't know why you're even doing Plexus. Like, how can I bond with you? Brittany, Angela, how can I get to know you? Because there's too many of you. So I really try hard to keep my Zooms really personal. And so with team pages, my girls, so if my girl's a senior Ruby, she has her own team page. She doesn't add her people to my page because I feel like with a new ambassador sometimes, if they get added to 5 different team pages, they're going to be like, what in the world? I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. And then they might quit. I'd rather them get added to one page. And then if they're a runner, put them in, obviously Emily has probably the best page. You put them in their page too. So, I don't know. I believe the key to this business is personal. I believe that it starts with one person. So if Emily reaches out to y'all this week and says, hey, Ashley, I want you to get a 3-way call with a potential for me. If that's one person, that's it. If she says get a Zoom together and only one person will show up, one person can take you to the top if you have enough like outside points. One person is worth it. Do not say, I'm going to have a sip and see, but only if like 10 or 12 people show up. Have a sip and see with 3 to 5 people. And then if you get 3 to 5 more people, do another one the next day. Do another one the next day. I was doing sip and sees, launch parties, I called them, every day of the week when we were in Kauai because I believed so much that if I just sat at on a couch like with Scott and Emily right now and said, guys, listen, this opportunity is crazy. Do you know how much we're making? They would say, okay, I'm in. And I would sign them right there. Do you know what I'm saying? So keep it personal. Do small, intimate meetings with people. It's worth it. One person's worth it.
Awesome. I love that. And that's not something that we do a lot in our team. We've kind of always done it by the masses. I do encourage my leaders anywhere between silver and gold to create their own team page. If you have one person to lead, you have one person to lead. Just lead them. Mm-hmm. Take your tidbits from the big page and make it your own and share that. But I really like that. I've never thought about it in that way, so I really like that. I also love that your first post alert, we have just a general, like, I need some love on my Facebook post that is always being bumped to the top, but I think that is a better outlook. So awesome, you guys. There's tons of people on this call. You have asked me questions about the polls all week. Now is your time. You have about 5 minutes. So don't be shy. Put it in the chat box if you have a question. I can kind of tell you who they are. You already answered one question for somebody. Allie Edmonds. Okay, hold on. She is a Ruby ambassador. Let me find you, Allie. Hold on. Wave your hand. Oh, there you are. Okay, I see you.
Hey guys. Okay, so I'm a Ruby ambassador and I do Plexus full time. I just have a fiance. I just moved to Ohio. This is like what I do full time. I don't have kids running around. Like, I don't have anything else to do with my life other than Plexus. But what I'm finding is that I'm becoming super burnt out. I'm a red personality. So like, I love organization. I love doing this business, but I'm burning myself out. And I'm doing a lot, with my business, but it's just not like moving forward the way I'm working, I guess I should say, if that makes any sense. I was hoping with what I'm doing right now, I should be moving forward. So how do I not burn myself out, but like, I'm not content where I'm sitting right now as a Ruby ambassador? It sounds so bad, I know, but like, I just want to keep going, but I'm getting a little tired. So like, how do I do this?
Allie is an incredibly hard worker, Amy and Eric. She works very hard. She has 2 very amazing uplines, but they are very blue and she is very red. So sometimes that clashes, and it's hard for me as a very blue personality to love on and encourage someone that organizes stuff, because I don't know what that is in my life.
Yeah,
Allie, I think,
I'm a red.
Oh, well, perfect. So you can just like pour right on into her little cup, because that is.
Oh man, I love her little cup. I can't handle blues. I'm like, what are you over there partying and taking pictures for? Like, that's not purposeful. Like, where's the purpose in that whole thing? No, I don't get it at all. And it drives me insane, because red people are super purposeful and organized. Like, everything's a certain way. And I love how you say you're not content, because I'm red and I was never content, like, until I hit diamond, and then until I got Eric diamond. I'm not saying that it's not amazing. I'm not saying it's not great to be making Ruby income. I mean, you have no kids, that's, and a fiance, it's great, but let that fuel you. But the thing is it almost sounds like you're where I was, where you're sort of spinning your wheels, and you're probably, all these people in this call are saying, oh, she's so great, she's so great. It's probably because you pour into them, and because you're like working with all of them all the time. Okay, so ease up on that, because they can work on their own business and you work on your own business. So what that means is tomorrow, make your Frank's list, okay? First thing tomorrow, make your Frank's list, and you're going to work down that list. And you're going to think, oh, I've reached out to a ton of people. Keep jogging your memory. Keep jogging your memory. Get out there with your red personality, engage, get Facebook friends, and then you're going to have to reach out to people, because right now, you're getting burnt out because you're pouring into too many people. And I'm talking, this is me talking to myself too. You're doing a lot of managing, you're doing a lot of helping others, which is great, but it will burn you out. Okay, so 1 hour every day, you do a power hour for only you, Allie, only you, only your business, no incoming social media, just like Carrie Wilkerson said. All you're doing is going down your Frank's list. Hey, Andrea, I've really been thinking of you. I know I've been working with this business called Plexus. It's amazing. It's changed my health and life. Financially, I'm able to have an amazing holiday because of this. And so I really would love to talk to you. So keep reaching out to people every day, because you're going to go to the top very quickly when you get a few workers. So people always say, be your own rock star. And I get that. You're your own rock star till you find some rock stars, because no one's going to the top without workers. It's just not possible. Do you really think Eric went senior gold by himself? Like, we're just so awesome, we signed up like 300 level ones? No, like, we got workers. So you can be that person, like Julia Carty says, 42 people she signed up before she got her first runner. That could be you. Like, you might have a few runners. Too. Yeah.
People sign up a ton of people before they find their runners. So, yeah, I mean, just, since you're a red personality, you're going to get a lot of fulfillment and renewed sense of drive from, making things happen for yourself. So rather than managing everybody else's business, I mean, maybe just do a little bit of that, but do a lot more, work for your own business. Go meet new people. Go do income producing activities. Make your Frank's list. But when you start seeing results from that, I think that you'll start feeling less burnt out and start feeling like you are actually getting somewhere.
Does that help?
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So basically, and this is just coming from what I observed of you, Allie, and just kind of throwing you out there. She pours a lot into her runners. They have about 16 runners, her and her upline. They have a private page for their runners, and it's awesome, and I love it. We call them runners. You guys probably call them workers. And Gentry's yelling. But she does a really great job of pouring into them. But I think Amy just kind of hit the nail on the head. Got to ease off. They're runners. Let them run. You run. Because when she's on point, she's on point. She'll add like 8 people in 1 month. I've seen her do it. That's how she got to.
Oh, yeah.
So she's awesome. 2 more questions, then we'll wrap up. This might be for both of you guys. I'm not sure who it's addressed to. It says, how often does your why change? And how do you use that momentum to start talking to people again? So for instance, someone that joined for weight loss, they got the weight loss, and now their why is shifted.
My why's always changed. You know what I mean? Like, it just always changed. Like, when I first started, I couldn't see retiring my husband. Like, I couldn't see that. I could only see small goals. So
winning an iPad.
Yeah. So like my first goal, I joined Plexus when they were giving away iPads. I wanted to win an iPad. So I made a goal and I was proud of myself. So I just kept changing my why. So you're going to have to just like, it's going to change all throughout whatever you do. I don't know. Is that what they're asking? Is that what you're asking, sort of?
Just figure out what your why is now, like what the one thing is that you want. If you want to bring your husband home, if you want to retire from your job and stay home with your baby.
And it's okay if it changes. I mean, mine was to lose baby weight. And then once I saw that, oh, hey, I've been doing this 3 months and I'm almost Ruby, I should probably go for that car. It's free.
That is awesome.
My why changed. I needed a car. I was carless. I didn't have Eric Paul in my life. I didn't have a good car salesman. So your why is going to change. That's totally cool. How do you motivate people? Ashley is bossy. She's a bossy person, and she says she doesn't have the best people skills. So how can she be more of an encourager?
Oh, I thought she was talking to me. I was like, yeah, that's exactly me. That's so funny. I was like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm bossy and I don't have, and so that's what I was like, yeah, because that's so true. That is me. Like, I am so like that. How to Win Friends and Influence People is the book you have to read. It's hard in the beginning, but once you get through it, you'll figure it out. It's almost like figuring out how other people work, what makes them tick, and bringing them around to your side, I guess. What do you think?
I think it's just funny that you mentioned that book again, because, at this point now, whenever Amy and I have an argument, which never happens, right? Because we're the perfect couple, and like Paul's never argue. But when we do, I've got myself saying, don't you use that How to Win Friends and Influence People stuff on me, all right? Come on, you better knock it off. I want to argue here. Don't turn this around and be like super nice, make me feel bad for yelling. Yeah, okay. But it's a great book. It helps you handle people, and when you feel like you want to be bossy, I mean, it's fine to have a strong personality, but that does annoy some people. Like other people that have strong personalities, I mean, you probably clash with them.
No, greens and yellows you might really annoy. So people that are green and yellow, if you haven't read the 4-color book, reds are dominant, blues are party people, reds leaders, blues party people, yellows want to help everybody, and greens are detail oriented. So people that are red like you, that's what it sounds like, because you're saying you're bossy and all of that. It's a good thing because it fuels you in a business and people will follow you. You're a born leader, so people follow. But this is what I'm saying when I say that you learn things about yourself and you have to be real and coachable, because you will learn things about yourself that aren't very pretty. You'll learn that
I need to be more tactful.
Yeah, you'll learn that you are turning people off because you don't really want to help them. Like for me, I tell people all the time, like I have 7 kids and a husband, like I don't want to help anybody else. Like at the end of the day, I'm done helping. Like there's no more help in me. Just go work. Like go work. And so I have a hard time with those people. But you just have to relate to somebody. You just have to relate to somebody that's like you. Heather Burke, she's like a diamond and she's green. I mean, find somebody that you can relate to and follow their journey and just try and do what they do.
That's perfect advice for Ashley. She's going to love that book. Her upline is yellow, and then after that is me. I'm blue. So she's just surrounded by different colors. So that's great. Last question, and then I'll let you guys take a breather.
Okay.
Your best attrition advice. Our team has suffered a major 60% loss since last summer. We have a team of 4,000 people, but maybe 1,100, 1,200 actively order every single month. So Allie's team, the Ruby that you spoke with, her team is part of that. I have tons of level 1s between the two of us, whatever. Who needs grammar? So attrition wise, what are you guys doing to avoid that ugly word?
You have, okay, so for attrition, I will tell you, I'll give you an example of what Brooke Hemingway did. She's our level 1. She hit Senior Ruby, she had 1 white line. And I was like, how does she have 1 white line at Senior Ruby? And she stayed on the phone all day with her people. And so that's not something that is physically possible for some people, but I'll tell you this. Once you become their health coach, it changes. So if you're signing people up and leaving them, you're signing them up without backup orders. First off, that's a no-go. Never do that. Always have your backup order on, always. If they say, like I said earlier, they don't want their backup order on, then they need to be a preferred customer. So you're also telling them from the get-go, you want them to do this product 3 to 6 months. And if they say, I'm not willing to do that, then you say, okay, well, then this isn't the product for you. Be willing to lose the sale because you don't want that attrition, okay? You want people getting the best results on their product. You're also sending them a welcome letter as soon as they join, an ambassador and a customer, and you're telling them how to take the products. I mean, guys, seriously, most ambassadors are customers, even if they're posted on social media, if they sign a few people up. So you're hand holding and you're telling them, how much water are you drinking? How are your bowels? How are you sleeping? Are you having die-off? You have to talk like this, like you're their health coach. And it's a lot of work, but if you want to avoid attrition, that's what you have to do. Because there could be somebody, you sign them up, you put them in the team page, you see them comment every once in a while, maybe they'll join a training, but then they don't, they just fall off. And you're like, why did they fall off? And then come to find out, they, had horrible candida die-off, which could have easily been stopped if you would have followed up with them. So you have to do that with all your level 1s. What I tell people is when I hit Emerald, I knew every line in my back office. And if they went white line, I knew why, and I was contacting them. Why'd you turn off? I noticed your order's off. So you can call me.
That's a lot of work, and that's what we're talking about when we say it takes work.
A lot of work. But the thing is it takes a lot of work, but it was worth it to me. So you could say, oh, well, that's micromanaging your team. That's controlling, like their upline should take care of it. Well, most of those uplines don't really want to take care of it. They're doing their job. They're taking care of their kids. They're doing all their sports, and it doesn't mean as much to them as it does you. Their why isn't as strong enough as it is to you. So take the reins. If they're in your back office, you can reach out to them. Don't ask your person's permission. I don't ask anyone's permission. Like, they're in my back office and I have their contact information. So I send them, I don't act crazy, but I say things like, hey, I noticed, that I wanted to see how you liked your products. And, oh, did you turn off, or was that an accident? Or did your credit card not just process? Like, I will message people because I am taking control of my business. So make sure y'all are doing that. Know every line in your back office. That's how you deal with attrition.
Mm-hmm. Love it. You guys rock.